Hi, my name's Miguel. Here are 4 mate in 2 puzzles. After showing the puzzles, I'll let you try to solve it on your own, then I'll show the solution. They're in order of the easiest to the most difficult. I warn you, the last puzzle is very challenging. In this first position, it's white to move and mate in 2. If you'd like to attempt it, go ahead and pause the video now. So the correct move in this position is rook takes f8. Black's only response is to recapture with the king, and then queen to d8 is checkmate, covering the e8 square and the e7 square. White to move and mate in 2. Pause the video now. The black king has only one other square to move to, the g7 square. Knight to e6 attacks the king and that square, but the bishop will recapture. However, this opens the lines for the white dark squared bishop to mate on h6. White to move and mate in 2. Go ahead and pause the video now. As we can see in this position, white is down quite a bit of material, but the black pieces on the back rank do not have much mobility, while the king is in a very dangerous position. Queen to g4, is the first move in this puzzle, and the black king has no available squares, so the only response is for the bishop to capture the queen. But now this allows bishop to f7, checkmate, protected by the rook. The bishop covers this diagonal, the dark squared bishop covers that diagonal, while the rook covers the open file. White to move and mate in 2. I encourage you to pause the video now and attempt it on your own. In this position, the black king does not have very many squares to move to, as the white queen covers these squares, while the light squared bishop covers the last square. So bishop to f4 would be an ideal move, covering the last diagonal that the king had safe. However, the rook would simply capture the bishop, and there's no mate in this position to finish the puzzle. So the correct solution would be bishop to e4. This isn't a check, but no matter what black does, white can mate next move. What bishop to e4 does is it threatens mate on e7. Queen takes e7. So if the dark squared bishop were to cover that pawn, this takes away black's only escape square on queen to f5, checkmate. If the rook were to protect the e7 pawn, then now the white rook is hitting all 3 squares behind the king, and queen to f5 is again checkmate. If pawn to e7, the pawn takes away the king's flight square in the move queen to f4, checkmate. Note, bishop to f4 is met with king takes the bishop. Black can take the white bishop, eliminating the threat of queen takes e7, checkmate. However, this allows bishop to f4, checkmate, as it covers every single square that the black king can move to. The knight capturing the bishop also allows bishop to f4, checkmate, while the rook capturing the bishop surrenders control of this file, which allows queen to e5, checkmate. Black could try to retreat his king, but this move is met with queen takes d7, checkmate, with the bishop covering the 2 squares behind the king. Black has no moves to delay the inevitable checkmate, and if black does anything, white can play queen e7, checkmate. For example, if the knight captures a rook, queen takes e7, checkmate. I hope these mate in 2 puzzles were good practice, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.